It was worse then or now?
2:40 back on New Jersey today on the New Talk Radio WCTC, the Valentine's Show, Tuesday, Tunes at 2. Great sound there of our guest, Sonny Mack, who is with us today. Also special guest, Sonny Kenn is here as well. 732-545-WCTC or 1-888-545-WCTC. Sadie, where does it come from, man? Where do you get, where does that come from?
I got to clear something up. It's Sandy, Kenn, and Sonny Mack.
Yeah, did I do that? Yeah.
No. I'm busting chops. I thought you're not shooting me for being late, by the way.
Oh. Yeah, that's what you get for being
really
late,
bad.
for passing
Jersey.
the station,
Really
you
bad
know?
about that.
Jersey, a lot of traffic.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, what was you
But
going to say?
that track that we just heard, man, that was another great blues track that we played there. Where does it come from? You said you were living it for a while, but...
Well, yeah, I mean, I was always into music at a young age. Actually, when I was in fourth grade, my fourth grade grammar school teacher had me lead the class in singing. We used to do singing. You have a big booming voice, and I never asked her is that a good or a bad thing, but she, I would lead the class. So it got me involved in listening and playing and singing music. But really, the blues thing came. I was going to Rutgers University, which you're familiar with.
About it, man. Yeah.
All
right.
And I was at Frelinghuysen dorm, and on the same floor was a guy that was heavy into blues, guitar player, named Stu Levinson, who we ended up forming the first band. Either of us were in the Bank Street Blues Band, which was an early Asbury band.
Wow.
Springsteen and Van Zandt and David Sanchez used to come jam with us at the Student Prince. It was a crazy club down there in Asbury. But during school, when we were supposed to be doing homework and stuff, we would be playing. And he would teach me a little guitar thing, so we'd play along. And I'd already been in harmonica, so I'd play along to that. And that's where I guess I really started saying, hey man, this is pretty cool, I want to do it.
Yeah.
And we formed a band. And so, and again, I like a lot of different styles, but it's kind of what does it for me. It's all about the passion of that music.
Oh yeah.
When it's played right, you don't need a lot of notes, you don't need a lot of effects. You just need, you need some tone, some fat tone, but just a passion delivery, and works for me. So.
How about for you, Sonny? Say a similar sort of thing, starting out doing some blues back in the day, or what was your kind of jump-in point?
I actually started listening to, my father played guitar, like Western swing bands and stuff, so I was exposed first to that.
Okay.
And then he died young when I was very young, and I just remember being drawn into rock and roll, early rock and roll, hearing it on the radio, and the thing I liked about it, which I found out later on, was it was all kind of a blues-oriented stuff, like the early Bill Haley and Little Richard. It was all basically up, jump blues and up-tempo stuff like that, and Elvis and Rockabilly Cats, and then I really got into organ jazz and Jimmy McGriff and Smith and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then, we put a band together, some of my friends, and we just started playing, the tunes that were out that we liked, and then by the time the British invasion came around, we were already playing, and half the songs, we already knew half the songs on the Rolling Stones' first album, because they were doing a lot of R&B. So we were playing at Chuck Berry and all that stuff. And
right.
so we just I just kept going at it, and and gradually after blending a rock and roll and blues and R&B, me and Johnny put together a blues trio, which came out of a blues band that I had. And we were doing like a power blues thing, and and then I started writing songs and things.
Johnny played bass back then, right?
Johnny played first blues band we had. He actually played harmonica because he didn't feel like carrying around heavy equipment. I guess it's kind of still the same way.
There was something about
it. But and then later on, I talked him into playing bass, and then I had to end up carrying equipment. But it was all good, and we started writing some songs and. Then you start doing that, and
a lot of the guys we've had on the show, and they all sort of have a similar thread that runs through all of them is the Beatles on Ed Sullivan when they said, I want to do that. Any influence? You remember that moment in your life?
I remember seeing it.
Yeah, any light bulb go off at that point, or no?
I'm
Okay.
just saying, they're doing Everly Brothers.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
I remember seeing. I was young enough to see Elvis on Ed Sullivan.
Okay.
And I remember I begged my father that to let me stay up and see him, because they usually didn't have him on until after 8:30 and stuff.
Sure, sure.
And they started at 8 or something. So I said, okay. Yeah. He said, all right. So I remember watching them on this little, RCA round tube picture screen.
Wow.
And I was aware of rock and roll before that, but that was the first time I actually could put an image to it for what I heard on the radio. And it wasn't like a moment where, oh, I got to do that for the rest of my life, but it was pretty influential and make me ask my father to show me some chords on a guitar.
Right.
But my hands were too small for this guitar, so he bought me a little plastic ukulele and showed me some chords on that.
How about that?
And so, I did that for a little bit, and then he passed on, and I didn't really progress with it until I moved down the shore, and I met a friend in 8th grade who played guitar, and I said, well, I got 2 guitars, or my father's guitars, and could you tune them up? And, he said, sure. So he came over and tuned it up and showed me a couple chords, and that was it.
That was it, okay.
After that, then I said, okay, that's it. I'm going to leave the trumpet behind.
Right. That moment has to be magical when you got the guitar in your lap and you're actually making it sing. You're making, like, wow, I can do this,
I remember one of the first things that made me really say I wanted to do it was I couldn't play anything other than a few chords.
Yeah.
But we went and we wrote a song, as naive as we thought, called The Blaze. And it was real simple, just like But I remember coming home that night with this feeling that I had actually accomplished something in my life. I know that sounds, petty now, but back then when you're, 14 years old and you really don't have a direction, the directions that you thought you wanted to take weren't satisfying, and you didn't realize that, well, this is something I want to pursue. So I guess I'm still pursuing it.
And you say, this is it. I made this. This is mine. Yeah, this is nobody else's,
Yep. And you start writing tunes, and I even have some of those original sheets. The lyrics are so naive. But, you got to start something. It's like surfboard rock, surfboard roll. But,
I'm thinking a Tuesday Tunes tune here,
But the thing is, you just, you realize, it's just like what Sandy was saying. You find out what you're going to do, and then pretty soon, you wake up and you're saying, Jesus, I got to get up tonight. I got to play.
Yeah.
I've been doing this for 50-some years, Okay, well, okay. That's
Hey,
what I do.
What I do.
Yeah.
So
Just trying to figure it out.
You just do it, and like I said, I said, the minute it stops becoming fun, that's it. I'm done.
That's it. Yeah.
Here's something that works for me. Some of you probably maybe yes, maybe no. When you're trying to figure out women as a man, sometimes hard to figure out.
Oh wait, what? This
Wait
is
a
like
minute,
roll
wait
helps,
a minute.
Hold on.
This is hurting.
What you
here.
do is, you don't have to figure. No, this is true. This is very deep. You don't have to figure out women. You got to figure out music. See that you have a shot. You have hope.
That's
You might go. It's just a little
Ouch, that hurt.
Valentine's Day.
Perfect for Valentine's
Okay,
Day. Yeah.
No, I'm not saying it's bad. It's good that
Yeah.
if you could figure out women, then maybe you wouldn't be
don't
interested.
figure us
See?
out. It's
That's
not
part of
worth
the
it.
whole thing
There you
that
go.
attracts you. You got to
Yeah.
figure
But
this out.
on the other
That's a good
hand,
point.
that's what keeps the mystery alive.
No.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Hey, listen, we can't even figure
Yes,
us
we
out,
can.
so don't really. So don't
Let's
get
get me out of that one.
Back to the 180. Sonny Kenn, any gigs coming up? Anywhere we can catch you playing soon? Or
Yeah, we're playing this Friday at 709 Arnold Avenue, Point Pleasant.
nice.
And Saturday we're at Harrigan's in Seagirt.
Okay.
And next week, I don't know where we are. We're at Wall Street Pub, maybe? I don't know.
Oh, good place.
Check.
Red
You have a
Knight.
web.
Yeah, if that
Awesome.
website,
Okay.
sonnykenband.com.
Okay, cool.
And it'll let you know,
Check it out.
or, sometimes I'll put it out on Facebook and
Cool.
stuff like that, as much as I hate doing that.
Oh, come on. It's the new telephone,
Yes,
Facebook.
I know.
Yeah, it is.
Ever since they took my Prince's phone away.
Hasn't been the same.
Well, we're going to do our contest coming up in just a couple moments, but how about another tune
Yes.
from you guys? So
Okay,
what do you want to do
now?
now?
Son, you got one you want?
Let's do that, My Baby Knee.
You don't want to do the honky tonk?
Yeah, we can do that.
Which one would you rather do? Hey, Bev, am I allowed to give a shout out to a good friend of mine?
Yes, you are. Yeah,
Tonight,
Sandy.
Yeah.
well, actually JT
Yes.
Bowen.
Oh, I
is
told him we were going to say
amazing.
hi. Yeah, I talked
Okay.
to him this
Amazing
morning.
vocalist, soul.
Yes.
Talk about, blues in your soul and singing.
Right.
And Mark Wibbler and Friends is tonight at Supper Club.
Supper
JT
Club.
Bowen is who was with
Mhm.
Clarence Clemens and Rebecca
Yeah, we
Roberts.
were on the road
Yes.
with them for a
Yeah.
while, yeah.
Wow.
Sonny and
Great
I
guy.
played with Sonny once or twice at Big Man's West. So we're all kind of a
Yeah.
family,
Mhm.
but that's a good night.
Okay.
It's good night, 8 p.m.
Cool.
Supper Club in Asbury on the boardwalk.
So I took over to give you a chance to tune up, Sonny.
There you go.
Oh, I tuned down,
Tune
actually.
down, okay.
Okay.
And what key are you in?
I'm in a Kia Bay.
Hey, Okay, I can figure something out
My big country well. Well,
there. Yeah.
left my home down on the road route. Told my papa I'm gonna stay up tonight and get the honky-tonk blues. I get a honky-tonk blues. I said, Lord God, got a honky-tonk blues. Well, I went to a party, went without my shoes. Woke up this morning wishing I could lose those honky-tonk blues. Well, a honky-tonk blues. Lord God, got a honky-tonk blues. Sandy Mack. Tuck my worries underneath my arms. Skedaddle right back to my daddy's farm with these honky-tonk blues. Oh, and a honky-tonk blues. I said, Lord God, got a honky-tonk blues. Well, I left my home down on the wrong route. Told my papa I'm gonna stay up tonight and get a honky-tonk blues. I get a honky-tonk blues. Lord God, got a honky-tonk blues. I said, Lord God, I got a honky-tonk blues.
Okay, that was
Nice.
I
Cooking
tried
stuff.
to get Bert to dance. I
Awesome.
tried
Oh,
to pick you up
great
out of
stuff.
that chair
I
there.
don't know, Bob, but that's great stuff.
You know,
Thank
one
you,
of
guys.
these
Wow.
days,
You're
Bert.
immortal, Hank Williams.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow, good stuff. All right, 2:52 on New Jersey today on the New Talk Radio WCTC. We'll come back, we'll wrap up our very special edition of the Tuesday Tunes at 2, but right now let's do our contest for today. Family 4-pack of tickets to the New Jersey Flower and Garden Show, which kicks off on Thursday at the Rarity